morning, everyone. Here I am at the Museum of the Automobile. One of those things atop Petit Jean Mountain. Who knew it was here? Certainly I didn't, but when I saw that it was here, I thought this is a must-see. I remember as a small boy, my dad and I would every year, way back when, automobile manufacturers would change the styling of the cars, sometimes significantly, sometimes not so much, and the interiors would change. And it was just a routine. Every October, September, October, we would go around to every new car dealer in our town and just take a look at the new models. And as a young kid, I just loved it. My love of automobiles remains today. I'm not a gearhead. I'm not real technical about it. I just like the aesthetic. I like looking at how beautiful American automobiles are. And in addition to that, it was an opportunity here on top of this beautiful mountain to take a look at what I didn't know was here, an unexpected gem, this Museum of the Automobile. I have no idea what we're going to see in here, but I sure am looking forward to taking a visit. So come along, let's see what they've got. Well, I'm inside now, and it is just a gem of a place. I was able to meet one of the custodians here, the primary caretaker, and he shared quite a story. This museum was founded by a Rockefeller who lived right here on Petit Jean Mountain. There's more to that story that I'll get into just a little later, but let's enjoy the automobiles for right now. When I say something like, here's something I never knew, I show how really uninformed and ignorant I am about so many things. This was a Sears Automobile. Who'd have thought? This is one of the museum's most important exhibits. This is one of, I think, two existing climbers. Was the manufacturer right here, I believe, in Arkansas. And this was one of the automobiles that Rockefeller purchased. Love to take this one on a date, but could I afford it at $395? Carbine gas generator, and it's got a little rumble seat or storage compartment. We were holding nothing back from the greatest nights we ever had. Sun lit up the boulevard, driving slow, racing in your car, singing along every night. Was to play the This car is a gem. It is a 1962 Lincoln convertible four-door. It was personally owned by JFK. He was riding in a four-door convertible Lincoln on the day he was assassinated. This is not the car. However, this is one of his personal vehicles that were given to him for his personal and his staff use. As you can see, this was just absolutely a beautiful example of American luxury car manufacturing. Timeless in its beauty. And one of my personal favorites is the Cadillac Eldorado. What a beautiful car this is. This is a two-door coupe. No, excuse me, this is a four-door coupe. It's got the suicide doors like the Lincoln did, which surprised me. I never knew that Cadillac produced a vehicle like that. This is much older. This is a 57. Where the Lincoln, I believe, was a 63. But just look at that luxurious interior. All the tufting, it has power windows. Here's a car I forgot about. This is a DeSoto called the Airflow, and the windshield opened up. What an interesting concept that was. And a beautiful, beautiful automobile. And a little fan on the dash, right on the steering column, prior to air conditioning, of course. An assist bar on the back seat to help with the rear passengers. Wing windows that flip out in the back and of course roll down. And there's an example of those doors that were so popular. Kind of like those. I wish they'd bring them back. And that was a 1935 DeSoto Airflow. A Chrysler Airflow. 1937. In its day, this was considered a luxury car as well, like the DeSoto. As a matter of fact, I think Chrysler Corporation owned DeSoto. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And this is a much bigger car. The flip out rear window. Aerodynamic wheel covering. Doors that open like so many did. The running board, and that's what I call white walls. Again, who can avoid a pink Packard? This was a limousine type. Again, Packard was a real luxury automobile. There's the typical hood ornament, pink and white, white walls. Open air for the driver and closed for the passenger. And who said gold trim is something of the 20th century? And there's the Oldsmobile. Again, right-hand drive. And here is a early Willys Jeep. Beautiful car. Plates to help you step in. 1948 Overland Jeepster. Within this veil of toil and sin, your head grows bald, but not your chin. Burma shave. Some of you may be old enough to remember these alongside the road. Who has just a little bit of an interest in cars, this is a visit that you should make. They've got some beautiful specimens in there. Specimens probably not the right word, but anyway, some beautiful examples, and boy, they've got some cars that just are breathtaking. I said to a couple that I met as I was touring in there, you know you're old when some of the museum pieces you remember. So there are some cars out of the 50s and 60s, and probably one of the best that I saw in there was a personal car owned by JFK. He used it. There are pictures of him using it when he visited summertime, the Hyannis Port compound, Kennedy compound, so you might remember that. It's here. I didn't know that Rockefeller is a former, Winthrop Rockefeller is a former governor, and he's the one who through his donations made this possible. So it's a great opportunity. I highly recommend it.